You were told a beautiful story. Work hard, stay disciplined, and wealth will eventually knock on your door.
Let's build your future.
So you run faster, longer hours, fewer breaks, more caffeine. The treadmill applauds, then increases the speed. But nurses, drivers, warehouse workers, cooks, cleaners, teachers, parents already work brutally hard every day. And many still worry about rent, groceries, debt, medical bills. A suspicious car noise whispering from the driveway.
Let's be
So
real.
what went
Hard work
wrong?
is absolutely
The
not
problem
useless.
is
You
not
earned
that
this
hard
lazy
work
internet
is
math.
useless.
Real
It is
wealth is
lazy
built by
internet
understanding the
math.
money treadmill and stepping off.
Hard work is valuable. It can create income,
Another day.
skills, discipline, and survival.
What is
But
that?
income is not the same wealth. Income is what you
Understanding the
earn
difference
when you
between
work.
gross income and
Wealth,
the wealth
what remains
bucket
when you
is
stop
key.
working.
Gross income is the money you earn, flowing steadily like water.
If the bucket has holes named rent, debt, taxes, inflation, lifestyle, working harder only pours faster. First limit is time. You can sell more hours, but your day stubbornly refuses to contain 36 of them. The wealthy do not just work. Own assets, equity, systems, capital, media, or machines that keep producing. Labor is linear. 1 hour, one payment. Ownership can compound. Asset, many payments over time. Then debt enters like a subscription service for your future labor. Student loans, cards, cars, and interest eat first. Inflation adds the insult. Prices can sprint upward while wages wait for meetings, approvals, and motivational posters. So
The
this
wealth
video
formula
is
starts
not
with hard work
anti-work.
and
It is
skills.
anti-treadmill. The
Then,
goal is
save
making
and
effort
invest
turn
to
into
reach financial
assets.
freedom.
First, we step onto the paycheck treadmill, where your body becomes the machine and rest becomes expensive. Welcome to the paycheck treadmill. You run, money arrives, bills sit down, and next month presses restart. Job can be honorable, useful, and necessary. But most jobs still trade your time for money.
Wealth
More
formula.
hours can
Earn,
bring
save,
more
invest
income.
equals
The
future.
ceiling is brutal. Your body, your time, and your energy.
Paycheck Treadmill.
The day has 24 hours, which is rude because your bills clearly think you have 48.
I can't. It's too much.
The cruel part is that expenses do not get tired. In groceries, never ask if your back hurts.
Watches calmly.
Payday feels like relief for 8 seconds. Then rent, loans, utilities, and subscriptions form a tiny parade. When all your income depends on showing up, rest becomes expensive. Sick days become suspiciously financial. This is why hard work alone cannot be the whole plan. Essential workers already prove effort is everywhere. Labor income is mostly linear. 1 hour, payment. Useful, yes. Scalable, not very.
Taxes and bills.
Assets are different. One system, one business, one investment, or one piece of media can pay more than once. The worker sells today again, tomorrow. The owner builds something today that may still pay tomorrow. Without leverage, earning more often means spending more of yourself. Paycheck rises, the energy bar collapses. The escape is not quitting effort. It is redirecting effort into skills, savings, assets, systems, ownership. Because wealth begins when your past work keeps helping you after you stop running.
Escape the treadmill and unlock your future.
Next, we separate income from wealth because a full paycheck can still leave an empty bucket.
Taxes, lifestyle, panic spending. It's all
Income and wealth are
gross
cousins,
income
not
pours into your
twins.
wealth bucket.
Income is water
Watch
flowing
out.
in. It is what
Leaks like
actually
rent and taxes
stays.
can drain it.
The bucket leaks through rent, debt, taxes, insurance, lifestyle upgrades, and the mysterious category called "Where did it go?" A high salary can pour a lot of water in, but a big lifestyle can drill bigger holes in the bucket. Moderate income can build wealth slowly if costs stay low, debt stays calm, and assets start growing early. A paycheck tells you what flows in. Balance sheet tells you what you own after the financial unjust mosquitoes finish eating. Wealth is stored power. Cash reserves, investments, business equity, home equity, productive tools, and ownership rights. Liabilities are the opposite. Credit cards, auto loans, student loans, loan payments, and interest gears, eating future paychecks. If every paycheck is already assigned to lenders, landlords, and status, a high salary becomes a luxury hamster wheel. If assets keep paying after you stop, your past work starts defending your future. Here is the test. If your paycheck stopped for 1 month, would your life pause calmly or catch fire cartoonishly? Cash reserves buy time. Investments buy future options. Ownership buys income that does not need your daily attendance. So stop asking only, how much do you make? Start asking, how much of your work becomes ownership? The goal is conversion. Turn labor into savings, savings into assets, assets into more choices. Hard work creates the stream. Wealth is the reservoir. Without a reservoir, you are always thirsty next month. Next, we enter the ownership gap, where one side sells time and the other side owns the machine. Welcome to the ownership gap. One side sells time, while the other side owns things that keep producing. Labor is simple and honest. 1 hour, one payment. Useful, necessary, and painfully linear. Ownership is different. One asset can send payments again and again, like a tiny money fountain with paperwork. The worker gets paid after showing up. The owner may get paid because something they own keeps showing up. Assets can be businesses, stocks, property, intellectual property, tools, software, or systems that multiply effort. If all your money comes from labor, income ceiling is tied to your schedule, body, and energy bar. Ownership often comes with leverage, capital, code, media, employees, systems doing more than one person can. Hard work without leverage is shouting into a pillow. Hard work with leverage is a microphone connected to a stadium. A business system can keep operating after the founder steps back. This is the entire magic trick. A shareholder can benefit from company profits without clocking in at the factory every morning. A creator can work once on media, then have the video, book, or product keep traveling without them. Ownership is not magic. It carries risk, failure, learning curves, and paperwork that breeds at night. So no, the answer is not buy assets tomorrow. Starting position matters, and access is uneven. The practical path is gradual. Skills, cash buffer, debt control, investing, tools, equity, and then more ownership. Next, we meet the monster that punishes labor first. Inflation. Bills reprice faster than your raise. Inflation is brutal for workers because bills can reprice faster than careers can negotiate. Rent jumps. Groceries jump. Insurance jumps. Your paycheck SHR for a meeting and brings a tiny notebook. CPI is basically the economy's receipt. Food, rent, transport, medical care, and other things your wallet already suspects. For low-wage workers, inflation attacks essentials first. There is no luxury yacht budget to cut, unless the bus pass counts. For higher earners, inflation still bites. It just hides inside housing upgrades, childcare, insurance, and lifestyle expectations. Inflation turns the paycheck treadmill into an incline. You run the same speed, but the machine quietly gets meaner. Prices rise faster than your compensation. Your paycheck may grow on paper while shrinking in real life. Income is fragile because expenses float upward. Your rent does not wait politely for your annual review. Productivity measures output per hour. Higher output does not guarantee every worker gets a matching raise. Assets can sometimes rise with inflation. Wages often have to negotiate for permission, like nervous interns. Sometimes inflation is loud. Sometimes it is quiet. Cereal box shrinking while pretending nothing happened. A raise may arrive, wave proudly, and immediately get swallowed by rent, food, insurance, and one tragic utility bill. Defense means raising earning power, controlling fixed costs, building liquidity, and owning assets that can fight back. Hard work helps.
Here's your
If inflation
anti-inflation
eats every
formula.
raise,
Earn,
effort must be
save,
converted
and
into
invest for a
assets,
secure
not
future.
just extra
Leaving the
shifts.
paycheck treadmill.
Your future
Next,
paycheck's
debt
going
enters the story,
They're processed
turning
by credit
future
cards,
work into a
student loans,
subscription
auto loans,
service
and
with
minimum
very rude
payments.
interest
Watch as your
gears.
money transforms into
Debt is where work becomes a subscription service. Your future paycheck signs up before future you even gets consulted. A loan is not just money borrowed today. It is tomorrow's labor wearing a little collar that says already claimed. Credit cards are the loudest version. If the balance rolls over, interest starts charging rent inside your wallet. The minimum payment feels responsible, politely feeding a dragon one cracker and expecting it to move out. Student loans can be useful. They often turn education into a backpack full of invoices and emotional weather. Auto loans are sneaky because the payment travels with you. Even your commute starts carrying a monthly invoice. Even high earners can get trapped when mortgages, car loans, cards, and lifestyle debt reserve seats before payday. This is the hidden cost. Too much of next month already belongs to people you borrowed from last year. Not all debt is evil. Some debt builds earning power or assets. Toxic debt buys yesterday's feelings with tomorrow's freedom. The first defense is attacking high-interest debt first, because that machine multiplies while you sleep. The second defense is liquidity. A cash buffer stops every surprise bill from becoming a credit card audition. Every balance you destroy returns a piece of your future paycheck to its rightful owner, you. Once debt shrinks, the same cash flow can finally move toward assets instead of feeding the lender parade. Debt control is not about moral purity. It is about stopping your labor from being pre-sold at a discount. Next, we meet the force that makes effort scale beyond one tired human body: leverage. Leverage is how one unit of effort reaches beyond one tired human body. Without leverage, your income is trapped inside your calendar. And the calendar is very rude about having only 24 hours. Capital is leverage. Money invested can work while you sleep, though it sadly does not make coffee. Code is leverage. One useful tool can serve thousands of people without asking the developer to clone themselves. Media is leverage. One video, article, podcast, or product can travel while you are nowhere near the room. People can be leveraged too. Team can build more than one person if the system is fair and actually functional. Hard work without leverage is shouting into a pillow. Hard work with leverage is a microphone connected to a stadium. Skills are leverage when they raise your value per hour, open better markets, or give you bargaining power. Education can be leverage only if the new earning power does not get buried under debt with a graduation cap.
The magic is not working once and retiring forever.
The magic is building something that keeps helping after the workday ends. Without leverage, the usual plan is just more hours. More hours becomes more fatigue, and fatigue is a terrible retirement account. The practical ladder is simple: earn, save, learn, invest, build, own. Let time do some of the lifting. But leverage cuts both ways. Borrowed money, bad partners, and broken systems can multiply problems too. Good leverage is controlled, understandable, and survivable. It helps your effort travel farther without exploding the map. We ask why smart workers still stay poor, even after they earn more and understand the math. So why do smart workers still stay poor? Because earning more does not matter if every raise gets captured first. The mistake sounds logical. I just need to earn more. If the bucket holes expand too, nothing changes. Lifestyle creep never kicks the door down. It sneaks in as a nicer apartment, better car, smoother convenience, and one more app. If savings only get whatever is left, bad news. Lifestyle is a very talented burglar with excellent timing. Wealth requires first claim. Assets must get paid before restaurants, upgrades, subscriptions, and emotional shopping start negotiating. Smart workers also live inside comparison. Other people's cars, trips, kitchens, and watches quietly become your new baseline. Cars become identity statements. Then the identity statement sends a monthly invoice and parks itself inside your future. This expands until savings suffocates. The home gets nicer, but the emergency fund starts asking for oxygen. The key number is capture rate. How much of your income becomes assets before lifestyle touches it? This is how a raise becomes a nicer treadmill.
But my expenses
Better
just keep
lighting,
climbing.
smoother
Rent,
belt,
taxes,
same
groceries,
trapped
debt.
feeling.
Debt
Debt
takes
loves
many
raises.
forms.
The
Feed
moment
your
income
paychecks
rises,
into the
minimum
subscription
payments,
machine.
interest, and
And watch
catch-up
your raise
spending
get
all
sliced
raise
into
their
these
tiny
buckets.
hands.
Build
The
your
antidote is
wealth-building roadmap
automation.
and
Do not
unlock
ask future you
freedom.
to be disciplined after a long
Automate your
day
money
and a
to
targeted
secure your
ad.
future.
Invisible wealth
Understand
is
the
boring
ownership
on
gap.
purpose.
On the
Funds,
left, workers
equity,
exchange
cash
cash for
reserves,
wages,
boring
but
tools, and
lose
nobody
income.
clapping at
On
brunch.
the right,
Every raise faces a
Today we're
fork.
breaking down the wealth
Status
formula.
now
I'm
or
drowning in
ownership
stress and debt,
later.
even with a
One
high
looks
income.
better. The other buys your
Let me
freedom.
show you the roadmap. It leads to
But not everyone starts at the
Welcome,
same
future
fork.
builders. Let's break
Next,
down
we
the
face
wealth
the
formula.
mobility trap.
Earn,
Effort
save,
on
and
very
invest
different
into a secure
slopes.
future.
Now
The wealth
comes the
formula is
uncomfortable
simple.
part. Effort
Earn,
matters,
save, and invest.
but
Here's
not
a look at
everyone
2
is
paths to
climbing the
building
same
wealth.
staircase.
Choose the smooth journey of skill.
One person climbs stairs with
Climbing steep
handrails,
stairs,
climbs
carrying
oily
bills,
stairs while carrying a
exhausting.
refrigerator
But
called
over here we
bills.
have assets. Smooth.
The essential
Starting
worker faces
position
a
includes
rising bar,
family money, neighborhood
rising rent,
safety, school
rising
quality,
costs.
healthcare,
But
nutrition,
resilience
time,
is in
and
action.
stress.
The path
Social
to financial
mobility is
freedom
the
starts
elevator
here.
between class
But don't let
floors.
the red tape
In many
stop you.
places, that
You just
elevator
need the
moves
right
slowly,
formula to open
asks
those
for
doors.
paperwork.
Essential
Location
workers
changes
face
the
rising
slope.
costs.
A low wage in an
Groceries,
expensive city is
healthcare.
not a budget
But through
challenge.
resilience,
It is
they keep
financial rock
climbing.
climbing. Works
Welcome to
matter
the wealth
too.
formula.
Some people inherit
Earn,
mentors,
save, and
introductions,
invest to build your
internships, and
future.
advice.
This roadmap
Others
shows
inherit
how hard
silence and
work
trial
leads to
and
cash.
error. Education can be a
Essential
ladder.
worker Alex
But if
faces
the price is
challenges,
too
but a
high,
clear roadmap
the
and
ladder
education
arrives
are
with
her
ankle
tools.
weights.
The burden of debt can feel heavy.
Health shocks
The
can break
inflation cost
momentum.
monster is threatening
One
our
medical
progress.
bill, one
We're
sick
building a
parent,
path to
or one
stability.
broken
But wait,
car can erase
unexpected
months of
expenses are
progress.
blocking the way.
Time poverty is real. It is hard to upskill after 10 hours of work, commuting, caregiving, and a dinner made of exhaustion.
An asset
Access
owner
to
holds
capital
valuable
changes
equity
everything.
certificates, index
Having a
funds,
cushion
and
lets you
solid
take
business
risks
systems,
that would ruin
providing a
someone
significant
without
cash
one.
cushion.
Timing
Welcome
matters
to the
too.
wealth formula.
Graduating into a
Earn,
boom,
save,
a
invest
recession,
equals
a
the future.
housing
This
crash,
is the
or an
wealth building
asset
roadmap.
bubble
Let's look at
changes
some
the
timing cards.
scoreboard. This does
The
not
idea
mean
that
effort is
meaningless
meaningless.
is a myth.
It means effort
Let's
happens on
tackle
different
that head
slopes,
on.
with different
But for
weights.
essential workers like Alex,
The practical
Welcome to the
response is
wealth
not
building
despair.
roadmap.
It is
Start with
strategy,
hard work to build
skills,
skills and your
networks,
cash buffer.
liquidity, low debt,
Then
and ownership
tackle debt
attempts.
payoff.
A
welcome
serious
to your
wealth
wealth building
conversation
roadmap.
needs both
Start
truths.
with hard work to build
Systems
skills
matter,
and your
and
cash
personal
buffer.
strategy
Then
still
tackle debt
matters.
payoff. Move
We turn
This
hard
is
work
future
into
freedom,
something
the
that
wealth building
compounds,
avatar.
so effort
This is
finally
the
leaves a
wealth building
footprint
roadmap.
after the
Hard
shift
work,
ends.
skills, and cash buffer.
Now we make hard work compound,
The
so
path to
effort
wealth
does
starts with
not
hard
disappear
work
the moment
and
your shift
skills.
ends.
Build your cash buffer.
Plan is not
Welcome.
mystical.
Today we're
Increase
covering
value,
6 steps to
protect the
build wealth.
gap, build
Step 1,
liquidity,
increase
kill
your
bad
value.
debt,
Step 2,
automate assets,
unstack
then
the
seek
gap. And
ownership.
step 3,
First, make your labor more valuable. Skills, credentials, negotiation, better markets, or work that teaches useful tools. Sometimes the raise is not inside your current room. Sometimes the raise is behind a different market door. Second, protect the gap. The distance between income and expenses is where wealth gets manufactured. The biggest gap protectors are boring: sane housing, controlled transportation, fewer recurring leaks, and no luxury identity emergencies. Third, build liquidity. Emergency cash is boring until life throws a surprise bill wearing boxing gloves. Fourth, destroy high-interest debt. Every balance removed gives tomorrow's paycheck a little more oxygen. Fifth, automate the good decisions. Do not rely on willpower after work, stress, ads, and a suspiciously persuasive pizza coupon. Sixth, seek ownership. Turn saved labor into stocks, tools, equity, business systems, or intellectual property. Use leverage carefully. Skills, code, media, and capital can multiply effort, but bad leverage multiplies mistakes too. The goal is not to stop working. The goal is making work produce something that keeps working for you. When effort compounds, today's work plants seeds, skills, assets, reputation, systems, and choices tomorrow. So hard work becomes powerful when it connects to skill, margin, liquidity, ownership, leverage, and time. Next, we reveal the real formula for wealth and why being tired is not the same as being free. So here is the truth. Hard work will not automatically make you rich, but attached to the right system, it can change everything. The formula is not work harder forever. It's valuable skills, controlled expenses, liquidity, ownership, leverage, and time. Being tired is not the same as being wealthy. Exhaustion is proof of effort, not proof of progress. A worker who saves and invests becomes a partial owner, tiny at first, then louder with time. Creator who builds useful media becomes an owner of attention, trust, and digital property that can travel without them. Employee with equity is not just selling hours. They own a small piece of the upside.
Becoming an asset owner unlocks rental property.
A business builder works hard too. But the goal is a system that keeps breathing after the founder steps back.
Your assets work for you.
The fake formula says, work hard and wait. Inflation, debt, rent absolutely love that formula. Debt turns effort into leakage. Before building wealth, stop tomorrow's paycheck from escaping through interest gears. Freedom is built from boring pieces. Cash buffers, low fixed costs, assets, skills, ownership, and choices. So ask better questions. What am I building? What do I own? And what keeps working when I stop? The goal is not to shame hard work. The goal is to stop letting hard work vanish every payday. Hard work matters most when it becomes skill, then margin, then assets, then leverage, time freedom. Do not just ask how hard you are working. Ask what your hard work is building when you are not in the room. Because wealth is not the reward for being tired. Wealth is effort turned into assets, choices, and freedom.